Hey, it's Justine with Bangert, and this is part 3 of 3 on BIM integration with Sage Estimating. And as always, before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So now you're going to start your bridge over into Sage Estimating. So I'm going to go over to the eTakeoff ribbon at the top, and I'm going to hit Start Bridge. And it'll pop up with a couple of items. One of them is a notification that there's a new version of eTakeoff Bridge available. That's something that comes automatic with the software. So whenever there's a new version, it will tell you. And then no bridges exist. So do we want to create a new bridge? Yes. So another screen is going to come up, create a bridge, and I'm going to name it. It's going to be called Office 3D. And I'm calling it 3D because we have the ability to integrate both 2D takeoff from eTakeoff Dimension and 3D takeoff from Navisworks or Assemble together into Sage Estimating. So there's a couple other options here for notes, etc. We're going to go ahead and add a new estimate so that it'll take it over into an estimate. So the name of the estimate is going to be Office 2D and 3D. And from here, you can also select your database. So I'm going to leave it on Extended Commercial General Contracting because that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to hit OK. And from there, I can hit OK on this screen. And I'll go ahead and close my notification down. And it's going to go ahead and populate eTakeoff Bridge with my database information. Also to note, you want to keep the float window button depressed because you want to keep Bridge on top of Navisworks so that you don't have to finagle with going back and forth between the two softwares. And I'll go back over into my Navisworks, and this time I'm going to select an interior wall. So I'm going to expand that tree, and I'm going to select this one basic wall here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drag and drop that onto my database over in Bridge. So I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to go over to Stucco, Finishes. And I would scroll to 0932 wall S studs interior. And I hit the drag and drop button over in Navisworks on the eTakeoff Bridge panel, and I am going to drag and drop that wall right onto this wall in my database in Bridge. And it's going to do what we call mapping, and it's going to map that wall, and it will populate eTakeoff Bridge with all of that wall information, both from the database and from Takeoff, which is what comes from Navisworks. And from here, I'm going to add that pass and just send it over to estimating. And notice that it clears out my eTakeoff Bridge because that means it's already gone over into the estimate. Now I'll switch over to fully automatic mode here. And what it does is it pops up every single wall with those same characteristics from my Navisworks model automatically. I don't have to go ahead and manually map it like I just did. So once you map, you don't have to map it again. So from here, I'm going to hit the green arrow here, Submit Fully Automatic Assignments. And it's going to send 68 assignments over into Sage Estimating. So we'll wait a minute and it'll do that. And if you had the Hide Assign button depressed in Navisworks, it would hide everything as it sends it over to Estimating. So essentially your model would start disappearing. So now I'm ready to see what it brought over into Estimating. So I'm going to hit this close button. I'm going to close the bridge and I'm going to go to Estimate. So I'm just going to say Go to Estimate. And it will automatically close Bridge for me. And it will automatically start Sage Estimating. And I'm using two screens here. I'm going to just slide Estimating right over here. Expand it. We'll minimize Bridge. And now you can see that it just took all of those assignments over from Navisworks into Sage Estimating. And from here you can review all of those assignments and make any changes that you need. And you have just taken 3D BIM model from Navisworks over into Sage Estimating. Stay tuned because I'm going to show you how to finish out your estimate in future videos. Thanks for watching, and to schedule a deeper dive on BIM estimating with me, click the link below.